General Booty, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jelly Roll, the Coldest Crawford.
3 of these 4 names are actual human beings on football teams right now.
They looked at a little tiny baby and said,
I'm going to name you Major
General
Burns.
Booty.
This is the Rivalry Podcast. I'm Jace. That's JP.
What up?
Your garbage-free college football podcast focused on the Ohio State-Michigan football rivalry. This is season 5 for the podcast. Things are getting a little bit crazy. We've got, for this preseason episode, pre-week 0, we've got our wives in the studio. Introduce yourselves, and on a scale of 1 to 10, tell us how excited you are for football season to start.
My name's Lindsay. I'm Jace's wife, and I am probably like a 2.
I thought you were going to say
strong.
a 10.
That's
For a
pretty
second
strong.
there, I was really
No.
excited.
2's good.
2.
Okay, a
I enjoy
2.
football occasionally, but
Because you grew up around it.
yeah,
We put the little Arkansas helmet by you so that you would feel at home.
I am a Razorback
Whooping.
at heart, a Michigan fan by marriage.
I appreciate
Hey,
that.
that was by marriage. That's not by heart. We know where our heart stands.
I'm Laurel. I'm JP's wife. How excited am I? 1/2, I would say.
Not even a full 1, a half.
No.
I feel really encouraged.
Honestly,
Like,
it
I got
wasn't-
a 2 out of that.
Honestly, it wasn't
That's
negative,
awesome.
which is what I expected. So,
I didn't know that was allowed.
well, it's.
Can I
will-
change my answer?
So you're not excited about football season at all, but rumor has it that you guys had some sort of compromise that you came up
Yes.
with.
This year, I got a football season gift. So that's why it is 1/2 that I'm excited.
What is a football season gift?
I didn't know until this
Explain
conversation.
to us what a football, because you might be giving people ideas now.
As I was putting in my phone all the weekends that JP was going to be gone, I was like, what am I going to do? I need something to do. And so I found, I think you ordered me a craft kit.
I have no idea. She sent me links.
sent you, like,
and I
5
just,
links. I
Yeah,
was
she
very
sent me
excited
links
about
and said,
this.
you can just pick one. And I was like, well, all right, this one
As
looks
the
good.
as the
This one
pass to watch football
Because
game.
as we're getting the calendar and stuff, I'm like, well, this Friday I'm gone for high school football. This Saturday I'm gone either at an away game or at the home game for LSU. Sunday's the Browns. So it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the next 4 or 5 months is just
Yeah.
JP's not home.
So you were owed a football gift.
Exactly. So 10 out of 10 excited for my football gift.
it's here today.
You don't know what it is, though?
It's a craft thing that looked cool, but I
I'm
didn't.
excited.
You just click the link and
I
hit
just-
purchase.
Yeah.
I'm really into this idea, and so I'm kind of thinking I need a weekend away because
Yeah.
I'm going to be stuck at home with 2 kids.
Could you guys just share
for a
like the
few
craft kit?
weekends?
What if you guys
and
loan the craft kit back?
So
and forth?
I think maybe a private Airbnb
Ooh.
getaway
I
for
think this
myself.
is a good
might
idea.
You already got
be
yours,
due.
so that's
So-
expensive football gift. Talk to me about these right here, because Laurel, you brought these in.
Of course
I don't
I
know
made
if the
some
camera can see
Buckeyes.
them. I'll hold them here, but tell us what's in this. It's obviously a Buckeye.
Yeah, they're Buckeyes. You need Buckeyes for the Buckeyes. It's the only football
Yeah.
team that I know of that has its own dessert. So
The
I
only
had
the
to.
only Buckeyes that are allowed in our home.
I'm
are
having a
chocolate and
moral
peanut butter,
conflict.
so
You gotta have one.
They're good.
Right
I
now?
will definitely have one.
But you
Yeah.
just okay. You
I mean,
take
they're chocolate and
here.
peanut butter.
You
They
go.
are
You go
chocolate and
ahead. You have one, and I'm gonna leave the rest of those there because it doesn't feel right for me to do that today. All right. So we're really glad Lindsay. How is it, by the way? Is it good?
Delicious.
Okay. She's saying good.
Amazing.
If you're not watching on YouTube, by the way, search River Now. You should check that out because the visual is going to be an important piece of this. Speaking of visuals, an important piece of this, Lindsay, we're really excited for you to be here. You grew up, Lindsay. You grew up around football, right? You grew up around Arkansas football. Have you gone to games? I think you've gone to a couple games,
I grew
right?
up 10 minutes away from the campus, so
Your brother and
Growing up, we went to a
dad
lot
are
of
big
games, yeah.
Razorback fans. So you've been around some football. Laurel, you have.
My dad loves football.
There you. Well, and you were in band in high school, which is what's crazy.
Don't say that.
Is she went to the games every Friday for years.
My brother was in the band too, so
Yeah.
I went 2 years before I even had to be there.
but never paid attention.
nah.
All right, so we're going to, and this is why, if you're not watching River Now, you definitely should. We're going to play a little game called Whose Logo Is It Anyway? All you're going to do, you don't have to tell us the team, but I want you to look at the mascot for these teams and you're going to just give us your best guess what this team's little mascot nickname is called.
Wait, the nickname
So
or
like,
the team?
so like for example, because I don't think this is in one. So like, if we showed you this is the logo for the team, you don't have to tell me it's Arkansas, but you know it's the Razorbacks.
Okay.
So that sort of thing.
I would not have guessed that.
And just give it your best shot. So
All right.
let's start with this first one
one.
here. And you can both brainstorm together. You can give your own answers. You can do whatever you'd like.
It looks like the Denver Broncos, but I know we're doing college football, so that's not the.
That sounds good.
That's
to
not
me.
it.
The Colts. That's a team.
That's
This went exactly how I thought it might
Or
go.
I
the
don't
Pretty
know.
Ponies.
okay. I'm gonna take that as your final answer, Lindsay.
Oh, the Stallions.
All right,
All right, let's see the
if you-
reveal. The Boise State Broncos.
Well,
We
Yeah, you did
I
say
did mention the
You
Broncos.
did mention Broncos.
Technically, you did say
the Pretty
Denver.
Ponies is a personal favorite.
Are
But
we-
honestly, should change to that.
Are we keeping score? Can we not?
we, you know what? We don't have to.
Lindsay wins.
We don't have to.
All right, are we ready for the
Go to
next
the
one?
next one.
Oh, okay. The
You got this.
Don't overthink it.
Wasps.
Okay.
The Yellow Jackets. I don't know.
Let's see the reveal on this one is the Georgia
Hey!
Tech Yellow Jackets.
That's a college.
Good work.
Yep.
That is a cute little guy.
All right, the next one.
Oh, Texas Longhorns.
Okay. Wow, not even
Okay.
I mean, I'm
I
from
knew that one.
Arkansas.
Longhorn Steakhouse, right?
I knew that one from Longhorn Steakhouse.
That's like the same logo.
I feel like that was a pretty a soft
We
wall.
have the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah,
Hook
I'm
'em.
from Arkansas, so yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
That one came up real big on the screen. That's
That did.
nice. That's nice.
It looks like abstract art if you don't know what you're looking at.
This is a Big
Some
Ten
would say
team.
their offense is abstract art.
Punting is winning.
Punting is-
I will say the birds.
The birds, Lindsay.
Is it the Iowa Hawks or something? Some sort of
the
Let's
Hawks
see.
or something.
Let's see the reveal here. The Iowa Hawkeyes. That's-
close.
Whoa.
I'll give you that.
I have never
And
heard
they
of that
are.
team
It is a
in my life.
bird. So
It is.
So
Honestly, the
that's-
way that
you know
that
what?
looks, even here, if I wasn't familiar
Oh,
with that,
mean,
I don't
no
even know if
clue.
I would have seen a bird.
No idea.
The initial reaction.
That also looks
Are
like
they still a
abstract
Pac-12
art.
team?
I don't
I
think
don't even-
anybody.
I don't even know
Nobody
who-
will be by the end of the week. So
The Tigers.
Lindsay?
It is a funny one.
This one's a tough one.
Is it a tiger? I don't even know.
All right, the
what that
Tigers. Let's
is.
see it.
Tigers.
Tiger.
Oregon State Beavers.
Stop it. That is
Oregon
not a
State
beaver.
Beavers.
see his little teeth in the
It's
front,
got
the little
teeth
white
there.
part.
Okay.
I can see the stripes. I
Okay.
see where you got it.
They maybe need a rebrand. Or maybe don't be orange.
Oregon State does
Oregon
need a
State.
rebrand of its offense, defense,
every part of
special
it.
teams, all of it.
If you
Okay.
need a logo design, you got your girl right
Yeah,
here.
I
Just-
have thoughts, Oregon.
Just a few more here. This one is a Big Ten team.
Penn State.
Say it into the
Panthers.
microphone.
Oh, the Penn State Panthers.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
It is
Panther.
It is Penn State. Is it the
Panthers.
We're going
Panthers?
Good.
both Panthers.
Sure.
The Nittany Lions.
Oh man, I had heard.
Now
I've heard of that
I will
one
say
before,
this. Let me
because I
get
think
let me
it's
get a little
not real.
homeschool nerdy for you. A Nittany lion is a mountain lion that lives on Mount Nittany. Mountain lion and cougars and pumas, and I would even put panthers. I think those are all the same animal, or
Probably.
they're very close.
Probably. If you're an animal expert, correct
An
us.
animologist. Go ahead and
Is that what they're called?
Oh,
this is a bit of a retro logo.
It is.
the
It is.
same color scheme as like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I can.
I mean, it would be
It's got a little
North
chef hat
Carolina.
on too, which is cute.
Yeah.
North Carolina Rams.
Okay.
I don't think that's North Carolina.
It is North Carolina.
I'm gonna go with the Pillsbury Doughboys. Finally,
As the baker, that
Would you like to call a lifeline?
North Carolina Tar Heels.
That, I was like, no.
But you know what? You're working with what you've
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
Remember,
what is a Tar Heel?
That right there. That
A
right
thing
there.
of nightmares.
I don't actually couldn't tell you.
Don't love it.
Couple more for you.
I
All
know
right.
it. Alabama.
Okay, but
What's the like mascot name? The Alabama what?
your uncle lives here.
We're just getting all the details here.
To be honest, I don't know if he would
say
know.
because I know.
Do you?
I'm from the SEC.
Wow, the doubt.
I'm from the SEC.
I forgot. The SEC, it just means more. I forgot.
The
My
doubt.
bad.
My Uncle David definitely would know because he always sends me messages to tell you. Roll Tide. They say Roll Tide.
No.
Okay,
Right?
okay. Am I allowed to help even just a tiny bit?
I would take that as the answer. I mean,
Okay.
That's an answer. What is it?
I was going to say Roll Tide.
Yeah,
so.
that.
Okay.
Go ahead and hit the reveal there. Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll Tide is
the
that's
like
the thing.
the slogan or whatever that they say. It's their chant.
We also are not going
Look
to
at
ever
me.
say Roll Tide in this
Yeah.
studio ever again.
was the only
because
time-
This is the one thing that JP and I can unite on the Rivalry podcast is our hatred for Alabama.
Yep, fair.
That's it.
Okay.
and Michigan State.
I had
That's true.
no idea that you hated them. Aw. He's cute. I like him.
Oh,
Is
this
this
would
the Ducks?
be Miami,
We don't.
I
con-
can't-
We don't condone smoking.
University of Miami, Florida, not Miami,
Correct.
Ohio.
Correct. But what are they?
They are the.
This is tough because what is in front of you is not even close to what it is. But think about. I'm going to help them both.
Okay.
Think about what Florida is known for having.
I know the
Alligators.
Gators.
No, that's a
that's
good
a
guess,
different-
though.
but that's
a
the
good guess.
University
Think
of Florida,
more
right?
environmental.
Great Pacific
Wetlands?
Garbage Patch.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hurricanes.
Wetlands? Swamps?
The Miami Wetland. No, it's not. It is the Hurricanes.
Okay.
What?
So, would you like to know? Can I? Would you
Go
can I
right on
finish
ahead,
it?
nerd.
So
You did
the
say hurricane.
so that bird is called an ibis. The ibis is the first bird to return after a hurricane,
Oh,
or the
okay.
last bird to leave before a hurricane, something like that. There you go.
Okay.
I don't know. I forgot.
Did you
I
look
used
that
to know.
up before this, or did you
I
actually
used
know
to
that?
live like an hour from there.
That's fair. That's fair.
He looks
I
big
was
mad.
forced to know. I think this is the last
Okay.
one.
It's a buffalo.
It's a buffalo.
Colorado
Oh.
University Buffaloes.
Oh, hit the reveal. Oh, hit the reveal.
Let's
Let's
go! Is that how you spell buffaloes, though?
Well, I think buffalo is buffalo the plural
Is
of
that-
buffalo?
Buffalo? I don't know.
The buffaloes.
The buffaloes?
Coach Prime ain't hard to find though. So I think, is that the last one?
I believe so, yes.
Wow, what a beautiful PowerPoint. Someone spent a lot of time putting that together.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Y'all did great. That's very good.
We did
All right,
better than I thought.
So
Honestly, same.
Let's take a look at the schedule for Michigan and Ohio State. Again, this is neither of these teams plays this week. We're just kind of looking ahead here, but I'm genuinely curious. All you have to tell me as we pull up the schedule is, Lindsay, I want you to look through Michigan's schedule. I want you to tell me how many wins your husband's team is going to have this year. And then, Laurel, you're going to do that for Ohio State. They play 12 regular season games. How many games, Lindsay, is Michigan going to win this year? Regular season.
Well, I looked through the list and I put that they're going to go 11-1.
Who
But
is the
only
loss
one-
to?
I felt like I needed to pick one loss just because
Who
I
did-
don't know that they
Oh,
go
say
12-0.
it. Please.
And it was going to be Penn State. They're
I
going
would
to beat
take that.
OSU.
You mean
I think they're-
Michigan? Oh, Michigan's going to beat
gonna
OSU.
beat
I'm
OSU.
tracking with you. That's a pretty good little analysis there.
That's what I think.
Okay, I'll comment on that here in a moment. Laurel.
Um,
Again, there's no wrong answer.
We're
to
doing
this. Get down
Michigan
and
first,
happiness.
right? Or are you
Oh.
doing...
Oh yeah, you can pick
or is she
Michigan
doing
first.
Ohio
I'm
State?
gonna have her do Ohio State, but that's fine.
I'll do Ohio State.
Okay. 12 regular season games.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I would probably say they will win them all.
Yeah!
I hope so.
Let's go!
It's not about what you hope.
Let's
it's about-
go!
So
Based on my professional
See.
assessment
okay,
of
that's
this,
fair. That's fair. Of this
here,
handout that I printed.
that I am not seeing for the first time right now, I think we're going to win them all.
All right, so looking at Michigan's schedule, and again, we'll go into more in depth on this as the season goes on. But I don't hate the 11-1 pick from you. The Penn State game, if I were going to go 11-1, I would probably pick Penn State as the loss as well. But I'm going to take 12-0 because I think Michigan's just too deep at every position. And I think Penn State, Drew Auer, I know is supposed to be good, but he's untested. And until I see it, I don't believe it. So I'm going to go 12-0. What do you have for Michigan?
10-2.
What 2 losses do you see on that schedule?
They're losing to Penn State. Drew Aller is a boss.
Okay.
It's a road game. That crowd, as we saw last year against Ohio State, was tough. They're going to be rowdy. They're going to be ready to go. They're going to take an L to Ohio State.
Okay.
I'm feeling it. There's a lot of doubt. I feel
Kate
like
Stover is going to come up and
she knows. I don't even have to say it. Take it away.
Cade Stover and let that be
Take
an
it away.
argument for a home run.
I think after last year, Michigan still came in with some fire because they wanted to prove that the year before wasn't a fluke. Now I feel like they're just a little bit too cocky. I think they're going to come in. They're gonna say, you guys don't even have CJ anymore, so we're not worried about McCord. And then he's going to come in and just tear it up.
There is nothing that has changed in the offseason to give Ohio State a better chance than they had last year. Michigan's gotten bigger. They've gotten stronger. They've gotten deeper.
We'll see.
Ohio State, what's your analysis? Laurel saying 12-0.
They're going to go undefeated. There's nothing
They're
on
not
this
going
schedule.
undefeated.
There's nothing on this schedule outside of Notre Dame with Sam Hartman going in and being their quarterback that remotely worries me. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with Penn State at home. If it was an away game, maybe.
We're gonna roll this back mid-season.
Michigan State doesn't make me afraid at all, and I'm confident this year.
I don't know if you've heard, Mel Tucker is signed to a 10-year, $95 million contract.
I heard that. It's a shame
to miss a bowl game, which is neat.
It's a shame.
Yeah. I'm going to say.
Don't you even say 9-3?
I don't know. I think Rutgers could be them.
Wouldn't that be actually really funny? I'm sorry.
I've got 3 losses on the schedule for you.
There's zero chance that happens.
Michigan is 1. I think I've said for.
If you say Maryland,
I've got Notre Dame as 2. Maryland, I don't.
Stop it.
Here's the thing. My two of the 3 losses, Notre Dame and Michigan, non-negotiable. The third one could either come from Maryland, Penn State, or at Wisconsin, and I don't know which one.
It's at home against Maryland. I'm not concerned.
How
long are we going to continue to say?
My gut says at Wisconsin as the third one, but I think there will be 3 regular season losses, and I think Ryan Day's in trouble.
No way.
That's my initial analysis. Hey, by the way, if you are doing a little bit of analysis for a building project, go with our friends at Elevated Integrity Construction. Communication is phenomenal. Their skill is unmatched. Integrity is literally in their name. They don't just do the construction, they do the design element as well. Your next church build, home build, business build, if that's a thing, go with Integrity, elevatedintegrity.com. It's elevatedintegrity.com. We have got some fascinating college football players on rosters across the country this year. There are some wild names. I don't know if it's Gen X or millennials at this point. I guess it's Gen X naming their kids wild stuff. I know millennials it's like, what are you naming your kid that for? There's some doozies here.
This is like if you were to go into one of those weird websites where it's like random name generator and you were just give me a random football player name and these get spit out at you.
So we're going to play 3 rounds. We're not keeping score.
Good.
It's fine. Not keeping score. You can, again, give individual answers. You can work together. We're going to give you 3 rounds, 4 names. 4 names of football players. One of them is not actually on a roster. Okay?
All right. You want me to read all 4 of them, and then you have to pick.
You start. Read all 4 names.
Okay.
And don't say what school they're from.
Yep. And they just are going to tell me which one. All right.
Which one is fake?
General Booty, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jelly Roll, DeColdest Crawford.
What was the last one?
DeColdest Crawford.
How do you spell that first name? Like the coldest?
D like D-E, coldest.
Okay.
Exactly how you're thinking. Crawford.
General Booty, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jelly Roll, and DeColdest Crawford.
I would say Jelly Roll is not a real name.
I think that, Kool-Aid. I think Kool-Aid isn't real.
Kool-Aid McKinstry?
Yeah.
Lindsay's correct. Jelly Roll is not.
I thought Jelly Roll was a real person.
He's a real person. He's not a real football player.
Oh. Is he a rapper?
Are you thinking of the musician?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a rapper?
I don't think he knows what he is.
We don't play him on the river.
Jelly Roll, when you see this, can you just let us know?
Okay. My bad.
General Booty is a quarterback for Oklahoma. Kool-Aid McKinstry, is he a safety or a corner? He plays for Alabama.
He's a safety, I feel like.
And DeColdest Crawford is a wide receiver at Louisiana Tech.
I actually love that.
Dakota Scoffer.
I love
Put
that.
that
When
on
he
your
so he
name
played
list.
he played a year at Nebraska, and with NIL where they can make money off endorsements, he endorsed, I believe it was an HVAC company.
That is incredible.
Go with Dakota, like et cetera. It's like
I
you
want
get
a
it.
dog named Dakotas.
Well, we have one named Roscoe. So.
I am aware.
All right,
of it,
here's
yes.
your next set. These are so good. Storm Duck, Homer Muffins, Major Burns, and Fish McWilliams. Storm Duck, Homer Muffins, Major Burns, or Fish McWilliams. I can't get through
Yeah,
these.
that's
I
just
can't
absurd.
get through these.
Just absurd.
Oh my
What
goodness.
was the second one?
Homer Muffins.
I'm gonna say Homer Muffins. It's not.
These are all so good.
I'm saying fish.
Fish
Fish
McWilliams.
McWilliams.
Lindsay, you are 2 for 2.
Oh.
Homer
I'm so bad
Muffins.
at this.
Storm Duck plays for Louisville. Major Burns is a defensive back at LSU. And Fish McWilliams, I believe, is on the defensive line at UAB.
Is it spelled like F-I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
Fish.
fish.
Oh, okay.
Fish.
Okay.
You want to take the last one?
Absolutely. All right, we got Blaze Fury,
Love it.
Panda Askew, Memorable Factor, or Tiger Shanks.
I love these all. Can you
And
say them
again,
again?
as a reminder for our contestants and for those listening and watching, that means that 3 of these 4 names are
It's
actual
a
human
legit-
beings on
yes.
football teams
love
right
it.
now.
They looked at a little tiny baby and said,
I'm going to name you Major
General
Burns.
Booty. You want me to read them again?
Yeah, read 'em
All
one
right.
time.
Blaze Fury, Panda Askew, Memorable Factor, or Tiger Shanks.
I hope Tiger Shanks is not a real name.
Is that
I don't
your
know.
guess,
I'm
though?
gonna guess.
What are you going with?
Can you read them one more time?
Blaze?
That one is real. Blaze Fury.
Blaze Fury?
Yeah. Go on.
Convinced?
Yeah.
What school do you think Blaze Fury would go to?
Sounds like a Michigan State
Probably
guy.
probably this one.
Which one is that?
Who is
Is that Utah?
Do you not even know?
Is
How
that
do I not even know
is
what
that the W? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Utah.
When
Utah.
did they change their thing?
They like 2021.
No.
It's recent. Okay, which one is it?
Blaze Fury is the fake one. Panda Askew goes to Charlotte.
He's my
Memorable
favorite player
Factor
of Utah.
plays for Duke, and Tiger Shanks plays at UNLV.
So Michigan will actually play UNLV week
You'll get to see
2,
Tiger
I
Shanks
think.
live.
I can't wait for Tiger Shanks to get absolutely burned by Blake Corum. It's going to be a blast.
I want a Blaze. What was his name?
Blaze Fury.
Fury.
I want a Blaze Fury jersey.
That sounds like something you would see in like some weird Adam Sandler spin-off.
It really
football
does,
movie.
though.
No.
This
no.
is Blaze Fury.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the last bit we'll do here. You've got the preseason coaches poll top 25. So this is not the AP poll. This is the coaches poll preseason edition. You've got top 25 there, and you don't have to know what team it is. If you do, that's great. But there will be. This is the last year before playoff expansion, so only 4 teams will make the playoff this year. It should be chaos. Who are the 4 teams that will make the playoff at the end of the season? That's all you have to determine. And JP, you and I will weigh in on this
Yep.
as well. Laura, let's start with you. Let's start with you this time.
okay.
Who are your 4 teams that are going to make the playoff?
Can I make a quick comment first?
Yeah, of course. That's what this
Well-
podcast is. It's just
well,
one giant comment.
When the beaver is small, you can tell it's a beaver. It doesn't look like a tiger here, but on the screen up there, it
When it's
definitely
zoomed
looks
in
like
times
a tiger.
400.
Yes,
part of-
I want to clear my name here. That looks like a beaver to me.
I see
I
it.
would have guessed it.
I
as a
see it
beaver.
now.
Yes, I just don't.
So
know.
are you taking Oregon State as one of your final 4 teams?
You know, they're cute. Yeah, I like them.
It's fair.
So yeah, I'll
This is
do-
how Paul
Okay, so
Feinbaum
we got
does his
Oregon
analysis
State.
too.
Yeah. I'll say OSU.
Okay, well that felt like a pity one, but I'll take it.
No, I'm
I'll
gonna
take
say it.
I've seen
They're
their
going
schedule.
undefeated, so
9-3.
I also kind of like this little guy down here.
Tulane, let's go.
Wow.
Look,
They
if,
beat USC last year.
if Tulane makes it to the championship, I will root for them over anybody.
You better believe.
And is this the dog?
No,
What is it?
it's the Wildcats.
Oh, okay. I will pick them too.
Which is that?
17.
Kansas State. Okay.
That doesn't look like a cat, really, but
Kansas State, Oregon State, Tulane, and Ohio State. I would think on the betting odds, which I don't condone, the betting odds, Ohio State would be favored fairly significantly, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay, Lindsay, what do you got?
Okay. Is that Crimson?
Who? Clemson? Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take Clemson.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Michigan, Clemson. I'm going to go with OU. Not
Oklahoma?
because I think that they're actually all that good, but because being from Arkansas, living in Ohio, Oklahoma, whatever state I live in. I used to live in Oklahoma, so I have some connection to them. So I'm going to go OU, and I'm going to put Ohio State in there, not because I want
Let's
to.
go.
You
but
ate a Buckeye. You put him in the playoff.
Because I feel like they always end up there, whether they deserve it or not.
Ooh, spicy.
Hey,
okay.
are we there though?
Who are your top 4 at the end of the year?
Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna go.
I don't even.
This is in
want,
no.
I don't even.
It's
want
in
to
no
hear your
particular
answers.
order. I'm gonna go OSU, Michigan.
Shocker.
I'm gonna go Michigan and OSU again.
Okay.
Georgia, USC.
Okay. At least you put Michigan in there. I'll take that. What's your reasoning? Like I know we'll go into more depth in future episodes. This is preseason warm up, but
Yeah.
like give me a good reason.
There's just looking at these on paper, I just don't think. I think Georgia they're going to be there regardless. They're still one of the most talented teams. Michigan obviously
Brock
coming.
Bowers refuses to graduate.
Yeah, just like
JT
Stetson.
it's the
Surprise,
JT Barrett
they're going to
syndrome.
have a new quarterback named Betson Stennett or something
Yeah,
that
that sounds
has
right.
played for his 9th year somehow. Michigan, I just think even after a loss to OSU at the end of the season, you're still going to put them in. I have a big question mark with Alabama. I don't know why. I just feel like last year you had Bryce Young and you're losing him. It's the same question I have for Ohio State as a quarterback play. But I just think Ohio State, if they're healthy, is still a better team overall. I'm not concerned with LSU. And then outside of USC, there is no other team on that top 25 that I think is better than Georgia, Michigan, or Ohio State. The only reason I'm putting USC is because of Caleb Williams.
Yeah, and even losing Jordan Addison to the draft.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still going to be good.
When you bring the Heisman winner back, it's USC. They always are somewhat decent.
I'll say this: I don't dislike that at all. Here's what this will be my one comment on Caleb Williams at quarterback, Heisman winner. He'll be in the running again.
Mm-hmm.
I think a healthy Blake Corum will win it, but let's
Maybe
we'll
not,
get
because
there.
he's going to split carries with Donovan Edwards more.
What bothers me with Caleb Williams is they were asking him about the Tulane loss, and he said the question was how did you lose to Tulane in the Cotton Bowl, and he said because we didn't want to be there. That's not leadership. Like
Yeah.
that's a CJ Stroud type of answer, and I think you would back me up on that. That's the type of thing CJ would say. The kid is a good football player, but he opens his mouth and he's dumb as rocks. Anyway, now that that's off my chest,
I would say McCarthy says stuff like that too, but
yeah, but he's got wins to back it up. Georgia's going to be in the playoff. Michigan's going to be in the playoff. I have USC because they play in the Pac-12.
which is like 3 teams.
Which
now.
is disintegrating as we speak. USC joins the Big Ten next year. But I think because of their schedule, I'm not convinced the schedule's tough. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to go down the list a little bit.
Don't even say Clemson or Notre Dame.
Texas.
Get out of here.
Here's what. I'm a big believer in Quinn Ewers.
Ohio State, great.
I can't even with you. I have them over Alabama because I think they beat Bama in week 2.
Oh, yeah.
I think they beat Bama.
Had he been healthy the rest of the game?
I've already given you my thoughts on Ohio State. LSU is a team that I don't know what to do with. I'm not sure what I think about LSU, but they play such a gauntlet of a schedule that I think it's tough for me to put them in. Same thing with Tennessee. Same thing with Penn State. And I just don't buy the Florida State Clemson hype.
Penn State is not beating Michigan and Ohio State in the same season. And I think they're losing to both of them. But even with one loss, I think if the committee is looking at a Big Ten team and it's between a one-loss Michigan, a one-loss Ohio State, or a one-loss Penn State's getting left out of that conversation every single time.
And Washington is again, going to lose out to USC. So, I mean, that leaves me with Texas. I think Texas is a good team. By the way, Texas coming to Michigan, I think week 1 or week 2 of 2024, Quinn Ewers, JJ McCarthy matchup. Tickets, I priced them, and they are. My kid ain't going to college, but we're going to get to go see Texas, Michigan, and it's going to be a fun time.
I'm basing off of Lindsay's face. That's not what's
Are
going to
you not?
happen.
No.
Or are you
Also,
just not
I kind
excited
of
about
zoned
Texas?
out at some point, which is just the reality of whatever he starts talking about football. I
Same.
kind of take in the first 10 seconds, and then I kind of.
I tune him out all the time. It's
Georgia, Michigan, USC, Texas. And here's the other thing I'll say. Florida State sitting there at 8 drives me nuts because Florida State, there's always hype around them. Every 2 or 3 years, it's Florida State. It's their year. It's their year. Florida State, I think, loses to LSU. They play LSU on Labor Day night, week 1. We'll be done with the Florida State national title hype by the end of the first week. And it's going to be good. So I don't buy in. Georgia, Michigan, USC, Texas. I like it. I think we all did. I think we all did good. I'm concerned that you took Oklahoma to the playoff.
It's more of a I feel
It's a gut
compelled to
feeling.
take them.
Many of your playoff picks concern me.
I want to watch these guys.
The Beavers and
I
the
wanna
Wildcats.
I don't
see-
even know who you just pointed to.
I want to see a bunch of little beavers and a bunch of little Christmas trees going at it on a football
Christmas
field.
By Christmas
Are you
trees.
talking about Tulane?
Absolutely. They're cute.
They beat USC in the
I
bowl
think
game
they
last
should
year.
all
so.
wear little hats. With
So
their-
no helmets.
No, on their helmet.
On top of
On the
that.
a
helmet.
beaver head and a Christmas tree, and then just play.
If any of the teams are looking
would
for
watch
design
that.
help and rebranding,
I'm your
Laura
gal.
was here.
See, you should really hope for those to win, so she'll watch the game.
I
with
would
you.
watch that. If,
Oh.
mark my words. If these two guys are playing
One
each
of the-
other,
One of my very first football memories with Laurel, and I've said this to Jace,
Oh, no.
but we were watching BYU and Notre Dame, and and by that I mean I was watching it, and Laurel was just walking around the house, and she walked by and just looked, and it was when they had their alternate uniforms.
yeah.
So Notre Dame had solid gold, glistening, just beautiful
yeah.
helmets. And BYU had their alternates on, so they were super colorful. And she just walked by and goes, "Man, those are pretty," and just kept walking. And that was it. And then she
like
sat
that.
down just to ask me about the teams because she wanted to know who had the pretty uniforms.
what can I say? If they wear Christmas trees on their head, I will watch the entire game.
so
end.
anyway,
Tulane, please.
Anyway, subscribe, please. Subscribe to this podcast. Riverradio.com/rivalry. You can find a link to our Instagram, Twitter, our Patreon, our YouTube. On Instagram and Twitter, it's at RivalPod. The Instagram is new this year. It's
Patreon
fun.
is new. Tons of new stuff you can get on there. We're going to be writing some blogs. So you can not only hear us say our trash opinion, but you can also read it as well. We got different t-shirts, which none of us wore today, but we do have
Seems like
rivalry
an oversight.
t-shirts. Tons and tons of other stuff. Some bonus episodes, some on-air mentions,
And
all
it's, your,
sorts of stuff.
and it's your support that helps make this content possible. So thank you for considering joining the Patreon. Thanks for subscribing, liking. Is it still tweeting? Is it now X?
Yeah, no, tweeting.
We're not gonna go into that. Thanks for subscribing to the Rivalry Podcast. Go Blue.
Go Bucks.
Go. Okay.
Razorbacks.
Go Christmas trees.
The Rivalry is a production of River Radio Ministries. Want live updates from the show? Follow us on Twitter at RivalPod for live tweets, score predictions, contests, and more. And make sure to follow us wherever you're listening now for new episodes every Wednesday. And if you like what you're hearing, tell a friend so they can listen too.